Hello everyone, John over here from the Little Shop of Magic, my good friend Sean from AG, and we have a special episode of Oozed from the office for you guys today. We'll be talking with Sean about a few of the releases that AG will be coming out with this year, along with a very special event that's coming up for Doomtown. We'll be holding Las Vegas's first regional sheriff event for this card game on September 6th. If you haven't heard about Doomtown, can you tell us a little bit about Doomtown, what it is?
Sure. Doomtown is a fantastic game that we brought back. Originally, AG had produced this game about 10 years ago, and thanks to the fine folks, I have to give credit to Fantasy Flight for games like Netrunner and Game of Thrones. So if you like that kind of card style, this is exactly that format, and we call it an expandable card game. It's a two-player, so Doomtown is set in the Old West, of course, and in a city called Gomorrah, and you are, having your faction that you want to play. You're basically trying to defeat your opponent, and by using cards and having shootouts in a kind of a poker hand style, which there's a bluffing and there's all kinds of great things that happen during the gameplay. And along with that, we have a great organized play support program. So we have weekly tournaments. We actually have another kind of middle range deputy that we'll talk about. And then the big regional, which is only given out to stores that apply for it. And you actually have to be a Toontown store. And this is the Sheriff event kit, which is kind of on the same lines as our big Kotai for L5R. We provide a ton of great support for Doomtown. So that's basically it. And during the year, we have, as you can see from our great sheet, we have the base game, and then just to give a little bit for players that might not have seen it, you get your basic deck, and then we come out with the saddlebags that are a set of cards, and you can tweak your deck and make them stronger. And then we have what's called the faction pack and a pine box, and those give you new outfits and new different cards and new ways to actually become a real great or step up and be that premium player. So you kind of want to get everything.
Well, and the great thing about Doomtown is that unlike games that are in the collectible area, you don't have to rush out and try to keep up with a new set when it comes out. It's sort of, you can expand it as big or as small as you want, right? I mean,
That's exactly
saddlebags
correct.
are just, add more cards.
They're complete sets in the saddlebag, so you're just adding more cards, making your deck bigger. There's no random. Again, that's kind of the whole thing behind this type of line of products, like the Netrunner and Game of Thrones, and then having the Doomtown. This category is now becoming quite more a player's market with that.
It allows them to go at their speed, basically.
Allows them to go at their speed, allows them to not feel like, again, they're behind on it. And unlike a CCG, you don't have to worry about I need what am I to get when I buy my pack or this. You know what you're getting, the cards, and you know what you need to do to add it, or you can develop any kind of style you want and play according to what you want to how you can basically defeat your opponent, and you're trying to become the person that everyone knows to win the game. So the most renowned, yes.
Biggest, baddest outlaw in the
Yeah, no one no one knows Sean the outlaw, but Josie Wales and something like that. The whole town fears.
But the great thing about this game is that you can jump in it really easily. The guys at EG have been outstanding. They've been running demos in our store for several months now. And actually, there's one basically twice a month you can come in and demo it. If you want to play in the Sheriff event, it's something that we're going to show you the prizes here in a little bit, and they're outstanding prizes. But I don't want anybody to think that this is hard to get into, or getting into the regional event would be a bad first call. We will be hosting a special tournament on Saturday. It will be more like a demo session. If you haven't tried it, the Saturday before, so September the 5th, you can come down. The AG guys will be on hand to show you the game, and then you will have like a mini tournament. The great thing is that Sean has just told me is that we're going to have, thanks to their generosity, basically 12 of the base games on hand to give it to the top 12 players from this tournament. So It's
Yeah,
a
and that's
great way to jump in. Right?
well, I say it's a $40 value.
Right.
So,
But we also have some
Yep.
saddlebags,
Yep.
so the little expansions. So even if you don't land one of the base sets, you'll get one of
look at
those.
something. Yes.
Yeah, and it's a
yes.
great way to get some cards. And the top player from that tournament will also get a free entry into our regional on September 6th, the very next day. Not that that's too bad of an entry fee.
Yeah,
It's $15
great
for
way.
the regional. And you'll actually get lunch included in that deal. So I can't say you can go too wrong with that.
Yeah, it's a really great. I mean, overall, the whole setup is going to be fantastic. And again, for those players that have not had a chance to, for whatever reason, miss demoing and say, "Oh, I'd love to play in this event."
Sure.
We're giving you that opportunity on Saturday, and thanks to your generosity to have that spot carved out. We'll have all of the best Doomtown vanguards and players here in Vegas to help teach you and get you set up. And then Sunday you come in and we start our great sheriff event.
So Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th, we'll call this Doomtown Weekend. Then.
Doomtown Weekend.
We'll go with that.
Do we want to talk about the time it started? Do you want to go
sure.
more
So
to Sunday?
the time, basically, the tournament on Saturday will start at 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
6
The
o'clock.
demos.
Yes, the demos, and then shortly after that, we'll do this basically very, very friendly, very beginner kind of tournament.
Just to get you kind of used to how it plays.
And then the following day at 11 o'clock, we'll kick off with the round 1 of the regional. Now, if I wanted to, now would be a good time.
Yeah, now would be a
What
time.
kind of stuff you're gonna get.
Right.
This box is incredible because it's just like chock full of stuff.
It's loaded.
And also, it's interesting the way the prize structure works. It's not first place walks away with everything. It's kind of interesting because you're going to have different prize pools. Right.
Yeah, different prize pools.
So there's a prize pool that consists of these gorgeous playmats. Which, by the way, the artwork on Doomtown is absolutely incredible.
Thank you. We've gotten a lot of reviews and people. And I give credit to the team, obviously of. Mark Wooten, Todd Rowland, who are the brand managers for Doomtown, and all the staff that works with it is one of the first things that I noticed about this game. Again, they just hit it out of the park with the different images, the different arts. You really along the way, and as you collect this game, I shouldn't say really collect, but as you acquire more, the tins and the packs and the mats. It's beautiful. Yeah,
It is. This one's creepy. It's just creepy.
But you have the players that love the different looks, and that's what sets Doomtown apart. Is really we give you that visual image of what you are seeing in that town, or what you would expect characters, factions to be. So, it's great. It's awesome. Not your normal Doomtown town.
Well, and for those of you guys that aren't familiar with Gomorrah and the whole setting, basically Doomtown is a Western setting. However, there's some elements of the strange thrown into it, right?
Well, yes, exactly. Part of the fun of this game is that it adds a poker element. So all the cards will have, they'll be in a suit, like hearts or spades or whatever. They have numbers on them. Of course, some of them have the ability to have the bullets and things. But you're basically playing. You have when you're in a shootout, let's say, you have the ability to determine the outcome by the poker hand that you're using. So in the rule book, we show you how that works. Now you can also use bluffing into this. So you don't know if your opponent maybe has that hand that can beat your hand. So there's just another layer that adds the fun to that, and it really works out really well.
I was actually talking more about like the flavor of the game itself.
Oh, there you go.
As in, you have some steampunk elements in there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
a little bit of horror and some fantasy.
Definitely, it is. Yeah, so as the playmat suggests, it's not just a straight Western. The factions all had those unique kind of like crazy current art in other, in the steampunk land, the law dogs. You've got a flavor that really. This was a TV series, it would be incredible, right? So the women are bad. They really kick butt in this game.
Now that you mention it, I would watch Doomtown on TV.
I would.
That would be awesome.
It would be. So anyone out there who has, this would be a great series. I guess I can compare it sort of to like Hell on Wheels, right?
Gotcha.
There you go. Well, shout out. But yes, the characters are great, and then there's a variety of when you play the game and you get those cards, the artwork is beautiful. In fact, be showing some of those in just a minute.
Back
Or
to the
that
prize
might be
event. So,
that might be
like
a
I
good
was
lead-in.
saying, it's not first place grabs all.
Right.
There's different prize pools, and fundamentally, what you're looking at is first place will get his pick of 3 items from these 3 different pools.
Right.
So playmats was one of them. So you can get to pick something from here. The other one is these wooden outfits.
Yes.
Is that what they are? So these, I don't know if you can see them too well, but they're gorgeous artwork, but they're actually printed on wood.
Well, they are. So if you looked up at a card and you could see the difference. I mean, this is basically your main, who you are, who your outfit is, and it's denoted by that thick, actually, let me move my hand there. So the cards are the normal card stock, but these are on wood. They're really beautiful. They're well designed. And again, it's just another one of those elements to Doomtown that makes it such a unique product.
Okay, so you have the wooden outfits.
Yep.
And you also have to be able to pick from, these were, I'm sorry, I forgot. These were the rumors? Is that what
Those
it was?
are,
Rumors.
there's Mustang, rumors, and teleportation device is the 3 main cards that you'll be getting 2 play decks to build. So you'll have that as another prize pool.
Awesome. And then there's participation prizes for everybody. Everybody will get a black joker
Yep.
and a red joker. So long as we have no more than 32 players,
Right.
each one gets one. But there's a very good chance if you show up, you're going to walk away with stuff.
Yes,
So,
yes.
So I would highly recommend you give it a shot. And there's a final thing in here that got me actually considering playing it just for the
Right.
heck of wearing this. So what's the deal with the sheriff badge?
Well, I mean, in Doomtown, so obviously, becoming the best player or winning, your local event or the deputy, bragging rights are huge for any game. Okay, so if you win that, this is your badge of honor. Basically, you get to wear that. Now, we've seen for the deputy stuff, the players go to the other stores, and that's the best player. So.
Sure.
You are competing against him. Maybe you want to see how great you are. And of course, the sheriff event is in a very limited,
You
worldwide.
might get called out.
So you might get called out. And again, that might be, something that happens on its own. We expect that, or when people show up at a major convention or something that, we may have a side event or something like that. But this is what you get to wear. I mean, that is the winner he is the sheriff. He's basically top notch in Doomtown. So you definitely want to come and try to play your best, and you never know, right? It's going to be so much fun, and see all these players go at it. So
Cool. So there's surprises,
Yep.
and the other thing too is thanks to AG's generosity, we're going to be giving out one of the Doomtown Pine boxes, one of the last remaining Doomtown Pine boxes at
Yes.
this tournament. And the great thing is you don't have to be mega competitive to try to win it. We're gonna give it out as a raffle. So as long as you show up, you play in the tournament, you got an equal chance of winning one of the last pine boxes.
one of the last pine
Which
boxes.
what did that retail for?
Yeah, this retailed for $120, and it's basically everything that you got in the base game and a little bit extra. So all the components are really high end. So the chips, the clay chips are actually the poker chips are clay. The ghost rock, the tokens, the
I should
metal.
point out it weighs a ton. I mean, it's
Yeah,
literally
I think it's close to 20 pounds. I don't know, maybe it's a little less, but yeah, it's a serious case. You actually have leather bags in there.
Nice.
You have 2 scrolls that are your play mat or your game board.
Okay.
So in the regular box, you have your nice boards that meet head to head, and here they're leather. So we were going to open up and lay everything out, but I think if you actually come down during the tournament, you'll see it laid out,
Right.
and you can see how incredible this box is. So it has all the cards, so you get double everything. I think in this box, so you get more cards in this than you do, of course, in the base game. But you are, it's just a really, really nice premium product
Nice.
that we did.
So the regional then comes around once a year, once every 6 months.
It's going to be once a year.
Once a year.
Again, the deputy. So the deputy, which we'll talk after, we keep going back to that. That is the organized player OP event that happens every 6 months in your store, where one person can win that event, and then he's the deputy for 6 months. No one can challenge him. until the next time that you started that for a 6-month period. And then this is the Sheriff event, which leads up to AEG's, big champion, tournament.
Which is in
for.
Gen Con?
Well, so this is the event.
Okay,
So far that this is the worldwide Kotai event. At this point, there may be like a European or a North American championship, come out. But right now, the organized play system is following to get those players in, have them be at your store, and then grow. Get each step up, become the deputy, marshal, sheriff, so to speak. All those things. And we have so much planned for the game, in the organized play set. So. Items like this you'll continue to see. And then, of course, we didn't show the deck tins yet, but if you want to actually show the deck tins.
I completely forgot about
So these are also part of the prize supports. The deck tins are beautiful, and they are the factions. Let me actually turn that around there. Yeah, you can see Doomtown Reloaded. And a couple of these tins actually have not been released yet. So, again, on the mats, you see our crazy, looks like the Joker guy, and then there's a picture of him. That whole faction's actually on there. So it is, it's really neat. You're going to have lots of amazing prizes to walk away with at this tournament and see how good you are compared to. And I think one comment is that we will have. We're not sure how we're going to run that, but we're going to have the AEG top guys here. They'll be involved in some capacity to play. So, you'll be able to play your best.
So at the very least, you can try to match your wits against your gunslinging ability against some
exactly, the top AEG people. We'll actually let them play their own event too, and then that top guy we'll have them play against the
awesome.
the winner and something shootout at the end. Yeah, it'll be really neat. So.
Awesome. So September 5th at 6 p.m. for the demos and beginners tournament, which will lead into...
And your entry fee,
right,
which will get you involved again and enough to play for Sunday.
And I should point out the beginners game is free. So if you guys want to come in on Saturday and learn the game, you don't have to invest any money in it. You might just walk away with a free base set and get in the game absolutely free, thanks to AG staff.
Yeah, and even with that, our like I said, our experts in Doomtown, our staff will be here. And even if you wanted to come in and see what your deck is like or tweak, have questions, they'll be able to. We don't want the advanced or experienced players to think, hey, I might have a couple questions. Come on in. You can still talk to them, even if though you're not a beginner. We can help you with your decks and get you prepped for Sunday. So that's also something else. And if you want to play a couple of rounds, that's what we'll be here for.
Awesome. So once again, Saturday 6 o'clock, September 5th, and Sunday September 6th at 11 o'clock. That's when we start. So that should be great.
Yeah, and then lunch provided.
Yes, we're gonna go. We have lunches included in the price of the mission. It will be right next door over at the Food Factory, which is actually a great place. So, you'll have different choices of what you can eat over there, but
it's gonna be fun.
It's just gonna be a great time, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see who's got the best. Oh, and of course, how can we not forget Karen's chocolate?
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. One of our good friends and customers, Karen, she's actually a chef over at Ari, I believe she is at. And she's been surprising us with these incredibly great tasting 6-shooters. They're made of chocolate. She's done them in mint. She's done them in raspberry. I don't know what she's
s'mores.
She was showing me some ones with ivory handles that are going to come at the tournament. So,
so that's going to be another perk. Is I'll let you finish that, but
you won't get to walk away with them, unfortunately. This heat will not allow that. You will have to eat them probably here. But
so that's our dessert, I guess, after the meal.
So at the very case, it won't be, even if you finish in last place, it won't be sour. It'll be a sweet ending. So.
It will be a sweet ending.
Right, I think that's it for this one. Now we'll go into talking about AG's releases coming up this year.
Releases coming up, yes.